For section 7.3, it deals with scatter plots or scatter diagrams. And so it wants you to plot the following ordered pairs, and you have this list of ordered pairs. I've already drawn the graph. For these, I think on the homework, I'd usually try to put a graph in there that you can use, and you can tick off, you know, and count by twos, count by ones, count by fours, fives, whatever you need to do. But if you draw one yourself, you're not graded on artistic ability, because you can see mine's not very straight. I can't draw very well. So anyways, to plot the following ordered pairs. So X is the horizontal axis, goes left to right. Y is your vertical axis, goes top, up and down. And then of course you've got your quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. So for the ordered pair 8, 2, that means you're going to go to the right. Since it's positive, go to the right 8, and it's positive, so go up 2. And I ticked mine off by 2, so 2, 4, 6, 8. And then up by 2 should be right about there-ish. And when you graph these, as long as you're close enough, then that's fine. I'm not going to... actually, when we graph lines, if I plot a point and then draw a line through it and I miss, I just make my point bigger. So it doesn't have to be perfect. The next one, we've got 10, -3. So 10's positive, it means we go right 10. -3 is negative, so we go down 3. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then down 3. So again, I ticked off by 2, so this is -2. So -3 is about here, between -2 and -4, roughly. Somewhere right in there. You've got -3, 10. So if it's negative on the X, you go left first. So there's 2, there's 4, so -3 is in the middle, and then up to 10. So I've got it up here 10 since I counted by 2, so -3, 10's here. Oops, -3, 10. 0, 5. 0 for X means you go nowhere, you stay there. And then up 5, so you've got 2, 4, and 5 would be here. We've got 5, 0. For 5, 0, you go to the right 5, so 2, 4, there's 6, so there's 5. And then you don't move up or down, so you're on the X-axis. So that's 5, 0. You got 0, 0, that's the origin. It means you don't move left or right or up or down, so 0, 0 is there. And then -7, -3 halves means -7, you go left 7, oops. So 2, 4, 6, 8, so here's -7. And then down -3 halves is -1.5, so down almost to -2. Not quite there, but it's -7, -3 halves, roughly. And then the next part of this says to construct the scatter diagrams or scatter plots. And I think it asks you if there is a relationship between them. So for your scatter plots, if you looked at the top notes, you know, if the points are just all kind of random, there's no relationship. If they kind of all move up and to the right, there's a positive relationship. And if they all go down and to the left, there's a negative relationship. So this one, you have 50, 0, 61, 65, 2. I should have wrote this down before I started the video too. 73, 84, 75, 95, and 105. So this is the amount of pressure and for X and the number of defective pieces of machinery, which is your Y value. So to plot this, generally for scatter plots, most of the time you only need the first quadrant because generally when you're doing those, you're only talking about positive things. So I usually just draw the first quadrant. So we have 50, 0, so 50, so this is y and this is x. 50, 0, and then we go up to 100 for x. So if you wanted to tick it off, you can. You got 50, 60, 65, 70, 80, 90, 100. So you could tick it off by 10. So you can go out here and say, here's 50, then 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So here's 50 and there's 100. For y's goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. So for y's, you probably want to only count by ones. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now plot your points. So we've got 50, 0, so we go right 50 and we don't move. Then you've got 61, so right 60, up 1. And I probably should have scooted this over more. I probably should have done 10, 20, 30, but it doesn't matter. It'll be okay. Like I said, these don't have to be perfect. 65, 2. So 65 is here between 60 and 70, and up 2. 73, so 70 and up to 3. 84, so over to 80 and up to 5. Up to 4, sorry. 84. Then 75, so back to 70 and up to 5 here. I think I've got my paper crooked. I think these are a little off, but that's okay. 95, so over to 90, up to 5. And then 105, so over to 100 and up to 5. So it looks something like that. And I think this one asks if there appears to be a relationship. So for this one, like I said, if they're kind of moving up and to the right generally, then it's positive. Down and to the left would be negative. If they're just haphazardly scattered everywhere, then it's no relationship. So for this one, you can say there appears to be a relationship. You can say there appears to be a positive relationship if you want to add in positive. Because basically if you try to connect them with a line, which is hard to do and hold the camera, but if you try to hit most of these on a line, they appear to go up and to the right. So as the amount of pressure, your X increases. Like I said, this is pressure. I didn't pull up the whole problem. The number of defective pieces of machinery, if you want to label, that's Y, increases. So as the pressure increases, the number of defective pieces of machinery also increases. So it appears to be a positive relationship.